Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So yesterday we saw that there are two paths. One is the path of knowledge, the other is path of karma. Path of knowledge is called as Jnana-nishtha or Nivritti Marga. And path of karma is called as Karma-nishtha or Pravritti Marga. Okay. So they are two different paths. Two different paths. Because the path of knowledge is only for those people who have Viveka Vairagya. Eshana Trayatyaga means one who has Viveka and Vairagya. Only with the discrimination and dispassion you can gain you can give up the three desires. Okay. So, but for people who have those desires and who are ignorant, for them path of karma is the only means. So, he will have to take up this path of karma. Now, there we say, okay, so how do you know that it is not for everyone, only for these people? We said, see, there is a duality of sadhya and sadhana, the means and the result, the cause and the effect. So there is a duality. When we talk about Jnana-nishtha, we say that is end of duality. Vedanta is Bhedanta. I keep repeating this. Vedanta is Bhedanta. Bheda, duality. Anta, end. End of duality is Vedanta. Now, here we have sadhana sadhya, the cause and effect, which is duality. So, only by getting rid of the duality of cause and effect, you can be established in the knowledge. That is very clear. We have already said that. Therefore, how do you know that? We already said, Yaspin Sarvani Bhutani Atmaiva Abhuta Vijanatah Taskar Ko Moha Kashoka Ekatmana Pashatah. For one who has identified with everything and become one non-dual self, where is the reason for delusion and where is the reason for sorrow? We have already said that. So, we are talking about that fellow who has no Viveka and Vairagya. And, okay, now this karma and all, because why we start discussing this first part, first mantra, till now we discuss the first part, the first mantra, which is Isha Vasimidam Sarvam. Everything is engulfed by that Ishvara, that Paramatma, that Brahman. Now, what is that Brahman? Gaining which you gain that non-duality, you get rid of the sorrow and delusion. We said Saparega, Chukram, Akayam, Avranam, etc. It doesn't, that which does not have all the three bodies and that which is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent, that is the self we are talking about. Very good. Now, from here, we are going to talk about the second mantra. Now, he says, okay, second mantra, but why don't, what is this mantra? Is it an aiding, is this section an aiding cause for, supporting cause for the first mantra? We said, no, the karma is a different path and jnana is a different path. Oh, then we can also gain the same thing through karma also? No, karma, see, there are two paths, karma and jnana. Karma, the path of knowledge is a direct means. So, the path of karma, what it is it takes a detour and brings you back to the path of knowledge. Since you are not eligible for going directly, simple. Now, there is a road which takes you directly to your house. Now, in that road, if you are going to take that road, you have to pay toll tax. Now, if you take a detour, you can escape the toll tax. Now, the eligibility is paying the toll tax. And we don't want that. So, we are not eligible for this road. So, we take a detour, go and circumvent that toll tax and come to that main road, to the road which takes us to the home. So this is what it does. The karma path, it will not directly take you to the end result. It will bring you back to the same road which will lead you to the result. Therefore, this Brahmatmaikatva Vijnana, the knowledge of identity between absolute self and the individual self, this cannot go hand in hand with the karma or any other knowledge. Any other knowledge means the knowledge of pot, cloth, etc. in the world, or the gods and deities and all that of the other world. So, no other knowledge or karma can go hand in hand with the knowledge of self, because knowledge of self completely demystifies, completely destroys the other knowledge, because we accept the other things as ignorance, not knowledge. Okay, so now here that samuchaya means understand, samuchaya means combination. Samuchaya, combination. Jnana and karma samuchaya. Jnana karma samuchaya means the combination of knowledge and karma. That is what normally everyone desires. They don't want to give up the karma. So they say, oh, karma and jnana combined together give you the knowledge. Karma and knowledge cannot give you the self. Only knowledge gives you the self. Okay? Karma prepares you for the knowledge of the self. That's the only thing. We have made this clear already. So here some people want to, desiring to bring in the karma and knowledge, combine this karma and knowledge. For them, the Shruti says that is not possible. Why is it not possible? It says, andhaṃ tamaḥ praviśanti evidyāyāṃ tato bhūya iva te tamo vidyāyāṃ ratāḥ. Andhaṃ tamaḥ praviśanti. Andhaṃ tamaḥ praviśanti. Andhaṃ tamaḥ praviśanti ye vidyāyāṃupāsate tato bhūya iva te tamo vidyāyāṃ ratāḥ. Okay, vidyāyāgum ratāḥ. That is how we chant it when we chant. Vidyāyāṃ ratāḥ. When you split it, vidyāyāṃ ratāḥ. Okay. Andhaṃ tamaḥ. Andhaṃ means blinding. Tamaha means darkness. Blinding darkness. Praviśanti, they enter. Ye vidyāyāmupāsate. Who? Those who practice the avidya. Ye avidyāmupāsate. Those who practice the avidya. Ignorance. Avidya here is karma, not ignorance. So those who practice karma individually, they enter the blinding darkness. Okay. And tato bhūya iva te tamo vidyāyāṃ ratāḥ. Tato bhūya iva te tamaḥ. Even worse than that darkness. Bhūya, more, greater. Even into greater darkness, those who vidyāyāṃ ratāḥ, those who are involved in vidya, which is upasana here. Vidya does not mean the knowledge here. Normally, vidya is with reference to the Brahmajnana. Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. There is a statement that is called as a vidya which liberates you. Vimuchyate, that liberates you. So vidya is a term normally used for knowledge. Here vidya is a term used for upasana. Karma is practicing the actions physically. Upasana is practicing the actions mentally. Karma is practicing the actions physically prescribed by the Vedas. Upasana is practicing the worship of deities. Worship of deities here. Okay, not practicing the karmas as prescribed in the Vedas. Worshipping of deities, even physically, is okay. Generally, upasana is mental. Okay, so when you do that, you individually, when you perform this, then you get into blinding darkness. That is why it is said you have to combine that. Now here, okay, what you said is true, but with andhaṃ tamaḥ, we are trying to bring in the combination of karma and upasana, not karma and jnana. Okay. Now, Bhaskaracharya, another Bhaskara, some Acharya earlier, he again says, see, this is with Vidya Prakarana, means Brahma Prakarana. It talks about Brahma Jnana. Brahma Jnana Prakarana. Remember the word Prakarana. Okay, Prakarana is topic. This is a topic dealing with Brahma Jnana. In this topic which deals with Brahma Jnana, suddenly why are you bringing something else? You should have to, when you say Vidya, you should have to accept it as a Brahma Vidya and combine it with Brahma Vidya. We say, no, that is not possible because they have two different results. We have already established this. It's completely, entirely different path. Not even that which goes hand in hand. Okay. Now, why? Because the pure Shuddha Vidya, Vidya, if that we call that Vidya, if you want to differentiate that Vidya from this Vidya, then we have to say Shuddha Vidya. Brahma Vidya is Shuddha Vidya, pure knowledge. So, pure knowledge is one which is devoid of doership, etc. There is no kartruttvadi there. I am a doer, I am experiencer. These kind of ideas don't exist. Only when you get rid of that, you gain that. And when you gain that, you get rid of all this. There is no possibility of a doership, experiencership, etc. But whereas karma and upasana expect you to have the doership and experiencership. You have to have the doership first, that I am eligible for performing this karma. I can do this karma. I know how to perform this karma. All this. Only then you will be able to be involved in the karmas. So here we have already said that when you gain, see, okay, why don't you accept the karma to be an aiding cause, supporting cause for the knowledge? That is not possible. Supporting cause, where do you accept the supporting or aiding cause? This is another important thing. Wherever there is a gap between practice and result, there is the need for supporting cause or aiding cause. Sahakari karana, we call it. Don't understand. Okay. You perform a karma. Do you immediately get the result? You have to wait for the result to be gained. You perform the karma for heaven, you have to wait till you die for the heaven. Otherwise, no one will perform the karmas for heaven immediately. They will wait till they go to the deathbed. Wait, they don't even know when will they die. So that is impossible to perform anyway. So karmas have a delay in producing the result. Simple. You work the whole month and you get the salary at the end of the month. That is the rule. Okay. Now, if you want some money before the end of the month, so what you do? Sahakari karana, aiding cause, supporting cause. You take some recommendation through someone, or you go to the boss and ask him to recommend to release a part of your salary. Aiding cause, supporting cause. But if you are going to take up a small job, let us say a plumbing work or a electric work, a small job, he has to come and do that and finish it. Now, if he is going to tight 3 screws and ask for money, you will say, finish that 3 other screws, and then you can take the money. Finish the job and take money. There is no supporting or aiding cause. You have to finish, take the money, over. Not before that, not in between. So similarly here, the knowledge is not dependent upon any supporting cause or aiding cause, because the result is immediate. Tatra ko mohaha kashokaha ekatvam anupashyataha. When he sees that oneness, that non-dualness, where is the delusion and sorrow? Immediate. There is no time gap here. Therefore, there is no possibility of any supporting cause or aiding cause, whether it is karma or upasana. He cannot accept that. Okay. Then there is another thing. You said prakarana. This is a Brahma prakarana. Prakarana topic. This is a Brahma prakarana. Yes, we come to that. See, in Purvamamsa, this is a beautiful thing. And this is why this Upanishad is not taught as the first Upanishad by the non-traditional Vedanta teachers. Non-traditional Vedanta teachers means the teachers who have not studied the Vedanta properly. What does that mean? For studying Vedanta, you have to study the logic, Tarka Shastra, you have to study the Purvamamsa Shastra. If you want to be a teacher, you have to understand these two. Without that, and Sanskrit is important. Without that, you cannot decipher the meaning, inner meaning of the text for others. It's impossible. These people who can't understand the Purvamamsa subject, they skip this, they go to some other Upanishad, which is simple, which does not have any mumbo jumbo of a Purvamamsa. This idea of prakarana is a mumbo jumbo of Purvamamsa. But Purvamamsa is absolutely beautiful. The way they discuss things, they see so many things in front of them. Oh, absolutely beautiful thing. Mind-blowing, actually. Okay, now, prakarana. Prakarana is topic. There is a statement which says, Brahmanaha vidyāyāṃ yagyena jnani yagyena danena tapasa anashakena. Brahmanaha, the people who seek to know the Brahman, vidyāyāṃ, vettumichanti, they desire to know through yagyena, tritiya, third case, so through instrumental case. So through the fire oblations, danena, through the donations, tapasa, through the penance, anashakena, through the fasting, etc. People who desire to know the self, desire to know it through these means. So, yagyena, we'll just take that yagyena. Yagyena is third case. So, this is a tritiya linga. Tritiya linga means a third case. Linga is the case ending, the declaration, which defends declaration. When you use the linga pramana, there are 6 pramanas: Shruti linga vakya sthana samakhya, Shruti linga vakya prakana sthana samakhya, etc. Okay, now if you are going to follow this, then this is the order: Shruti linga vakya prakarana sthana. Okay, so the Purvamamsaka says, after enumerating these 5 or 6, they'll say Samakhyanam Paradaurbhalyam Artha Viprakrashat. Paradaurbhalyam, the later one, are weaker to the former one because Artha Viprakrashat, because it is a delaying the activity, the action. Artha is action here. Delaying the action. I don't understand. Okay. Shruti Pramana. You have a statement which is a direct injunction. You read that, you understand. Oh, it asked me to perform the karma. Okay, perform the karma. Now there is no delay in performing the karma. Linga Pramana. Here, like third case or second case or whatever case, it can be anything. So generally third case we say. Okay, so third or fifth case. So third case you see, and you understand. Okay, this is something. It asked me to use this, and so use this. Then you have to imagine a Shruti before entering into the action. You have a linga pramana, before that is Shruti pramana. You have to imagine Shruti pramana and then invoke the karma. You have to perform the karma. Shruti linga prakarana. Prakarana is the third one, right? So if you want to use the prakarana, then you have to imagine the linga, then you have to imagine the Shruti, then you have to involve in the karma. Okay. So let us forget about the other things. Linga is second and prakarana is third. Linga is second and prakarana is third. Which is powerful? Linga is of course powerful. When the linga pramana is there, the powerful linga pramana is there, then why do you have to use a weaker shruti prakarana pramana? A powerful linga pramana to make this as the main course, then how can you resort to the weaker prakarana pramana? So we say that is not possible. Okay, so he said prakarana, topic. We have linga pramana. Even if you have a prakarana pramana, you have to resort to a linga pramana. Imagine a linga pramana. There is no need here. Linga pramana is there directly to say that karmas you have to perform for gaining that, desiring to gain that. Okay, now fine. Here, therefore, we can say the karma and the upasana, which are not in contradiction to each other. That is what we are going to combine, samchaya of that. Okay, but the karma and upasana, why do you have to combine that? To gain greater result. If they have different results, what you say is true. Karma also produces the same result and upasana also produces the same result. So, okay, now let us say I am going to do karma, perform karma. I am going to gain the end result A. I am going to perform upasana mentally. It is going to bring in A plus, not B. Same result. A gradation in A, that's all. So, what is the point in combining them? If I'm going to perform the karma properly, then I'm going to gain A plus through karma itself. Why do you have to resort to combining the upasana here? For that we say, no. They have different results enjoined. How? So, the Shruti says, Putrene vayam loko jayyaha karmana pitrulokaha vidya deva lokaha putrena eva ayam loko jayyaha karmana pitrulokaha vidya deva lokaha putrena eva ayam loko jayyaha. Putra means son. Only through the son this world can be gained. This world can be conquered. Not just this world, the other world also, we already said. To see, after death, the cremation and all that, the karmas, they are performed by the son. Nowadays, women also perform the cremation, etc. Why can't we burn it? Of course, anything, if it is put on fire, whoever puts it does not immediately, it does not mean anything. Anyone throws anything in fire, it is going to burn. That is not a problem here. So, but the difference is whether the result of that burning is going to be gained or not. See, if a man burns that body, if a son burns that body, then there is a result which is enjoined in the Shruti. If you are accepting the Shruti, then that karma is not for the result. Because yesterday we said karma eligible person, karma ineligible person. If they are going to perform, there is a gradation, there is a difference in result. Entirely. Eligible person gains a result. A non-eligible person does not gain result or a very weak result. So, if a woman burns the body of their parents, good. She can have an ego that I did it. She can have a satisfaction, I did it. But that it is not going to provide anything for the parents, dead parents. According to Shastra, if the man does it, if the son does it, it takes them to the next level. And after the 13 days, nowadays, even boys, they just do that burning samskara. The 13 days karmas, they don't do. So you have to perform the daily karmas to be able to be eligible to even do that. Anyway, the point is, Putrena vayam loka jaya. Through the son, this world is gained. Karmana pitrulokaha. Through the karmas, you gain the world of ancestors, means ancestors, pitruloka. Okay, world of pitruloka, ancestors, world of ancestors. Then vidyaya. Through the upasana, devaloka, you gain the world of deities. The result is completely different. Pitruloka and devaloka. So you cannot say they are going to give the same result. Why do you have to combine? They can produce entirely different results. Therefore, combination is better. So he says, okay. So since the results are different, there is a combination possible for them. Vidya tadarohanti vidya devalokaha tatra dakshina yanti karmana pitruloka iti. Vidya devalokaha karmana pitruloka. We already saw that. Then it also says vidya tad arohanti. Through the vidya they climb up to that state of the world of deities. They climb to the world of deities. Na tatra dakshina yanti. The dakshina means dakshina is south normally. Here it does not mean the south. Here it means this path, the left path or the dark path of karma. The people who perform the karmas, they don't reach this world, the world of deities. Okay, so these are very clear in the Shastra. Now, andhaṃ tamaḥ. Andhaṃ tamaḥ means blinding darkness. We already said praviśanti, they enter. Who enters blinding darkness? Ye avidya. Avidya means that which is contrary to the vidya. Na vidya iti avidya. That which is not vidya is avidya. Those meaning the karma. One who is involved in the karma. Your avidyāmupāsate. Upasate means involved in it, performing it. Okay, so karma and vidya are completely contradictory. Again, one who is involved in the vidya is worshipping the deities. When they perform only that individually, we are talking about individually karma and individually upasana. One who is only involved in performing the upasana individually, they enter into even more blinding darkness. If they perform the karma individually alone without upasana, then they enter darkness. If they perform upasana without karma, they enter blinding darkness. Because Shruti says, akarane pratyavaya. If you don't perform the prescribed karmas, at least the daily and occasional rituals, you are going to incur the sin called pratyavaya. So your devata upasana, whatever upasana you are doing, is not even capable of fulfilling the pratyavaya, leave alone gaining the deity then. So you perform the upasana, it is going to be it is a very weak replacement for the karmas. Therefore, you are not even going to take care of the karma, non-performance of karma. Then how can you even desire for gaining the result of going to the deity world? So that is not possible. Okay, for people who have the eligibility to perform karma, they have to perform the karma, the Vedic rituals. That is what is said. Okay, now so without the karma, only the upasana, or without the upasana, only the karma is negated here. So we are told to combine both. We'll see this. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.